Merab Dvalishvili, this machine of a dude, seems and feels like an inevitable force in the bantamweight division. I know talk is cheap, yet look at his record, man. This dude beat Jose Aldo, Petr Yan, Sean O'Malley, Umar Nurmagomedov, and so many more elite fighters. The last thing he's been beating recently is the boring allegations, I would say. Cause think about it, he choked Sugar Sean out and almost finished Corey Sandhagen too. That's why my hot take for today is Merab is probably going to finish Petr Yan, not just win a decision. I know even a submission sounds kinda crazy, but I'll go even further, okay? I think there's a good chance this crazy dude Merab stops Petr Yan with his strikes. Saying that out loud just now made me realize how insane that sounds, by the way. Still, hear me out. Let me ask you something, alright? If we went back to the fight week of Sean vs Merab 2, would you believe me in a million years if I told you Merab would win by submission? Of course not, right? It somehow, someway happened to, didn't it? Historically, if you wanted to criticize Merab, you would probably make fun of his finishing rate being so damn low, or you would go for the regular wrestling is boring argument. The crazy thing is, this dude is changing and evolving. He already has by far the best cardio in the history of the UFC. As if that's not enough, he is also improving his BJJ, his striking. When you really think about it, this bantamweight division is beyond cooked. Cause I want you to tell me, who can possibly beat this dude? Like, we got to a point where that's not the main question anymore. I reckon we should be asking, who can give him a competitive fight? I mean, if we are being honest, Umar did really well in the first couple rounds, only to fade very bad in the championship rounds. And other than Umar, not only am I not seeing anyone beating Merab, I'm not seeing anyone even coming close to it. As far as this fight against Yan goes, I would argue Merab possibly makes this look even easier than the first one. Now, that first fight was kind of a meme, with Merab just spamming takedowns left and right. Don't get me wrong, Yan defended some of them very nicely at least, but my boy was getting drowned out there, okay? Like, it's hard to explain just how exhausted he looked by the end of it all. Back then though, Merab's striking was pretty bad, and by the way, I'm not saying he has Canelo hands now or anything crazy like that. I'm just saying, alongside his insane pressure, when he gets someone tired, Merab in 2025 can actually choke or knock them out. Since their first fight, Petr Yan's performances in the other hand weren't that crazy, were they? Like, was he going out there and knocking people out in the first round? Cause you better know that's the type of thing he needs to do if he is to get the win against Merab. I just don't see it, man. Slick striking, beautiful combinations, they are all cool in theory, and I absolutely adore watching Petr Yan. He is not winning against Merab though. And maybe that's for the best, cause let me tell you, Merab will win this, then rematch Umar hopefully. That is the only interesting fight for him, I think. If he wins that, oh boy, we are looking at one of the greatest bantamweights of all time, if not the greatest. From there, a move up to the featherweight would be incredible, so from an MMA fan's perspective, this would be a very nice scenario. Cause if it indeed plays out this way, you just know Merab is going to make all of it happen relatively quickly. It's hard to hate him, man. The dude is active and pretty much fights every couple months. What more can we ask, really? I'm telling you, this type of activity is extremely good for the sport. I don't want to have champions taking like one fight every 1.5 years. Cause this game is brutal, right? Once you age, once the father time gets a hold of you, you are just done. So I think every single champion should make the most out of their prime. I know this has been kind of a weird rant today, cause like, yeah, obviously Merab vs Petr Yan is not close. So I guess I yapped a lot more about how incredible Merab is, and how he can make history by cleaning out his division completely and then move up. I'll still definitely do a much more detailed, calm video about a possible rematch between Umar and Merab in the near future. As for UFC 323, if you think I'm wrong and you have Yan winning, you are more than welcome to comment down, hey dude, you suck, Merab is going to get destroyed, or anything along those lines. Just make sure you leave that comment before the fight actually happens, okay? My official final prediction is Merab goes out there from the very first minute, puts the pace on Petr Yan. I think Yan will be quite discouraged to expend too much energy early on. He will have his hands down, probably have like a low stance to avoid the takedowns and sprawl very quickly. I would say that's kinda like the perfect recipe for Merab to actually rock him and finish him, or he rocks him a little, changes it into a takedown and chokes him out. That is my quote-unquote bold prediction, okay? I just think it's so funny, man. This dude is so good. Simply saying he would win easily is not a hot take anymore. We also have to go out of our way to specify how exactly he's going to win. I love it though. I love how this new generation of MMA fighters are improving so incredibly quickly. So yeah, let's see how it goes, shall we? Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in and I'll see you next time. Cheers!